Introduction to QuickBooks. Company setup. Create a new company. If you open a new QuickBooks, you have three options. The first option is to create a new company. The second option is to open an existing company, while the third option is about samples. We are going to create a new company. Click the first one. You give it some time to load. This QuickBooks Pro is version 2014. Also available is version 2010, 2013, 2016, 2017 and 2018. One thing you should know about the versions is that all of them work the same except the features and the capability in terms of the machines that you use, the machine requirements. So my simple advice will be use QuickBook version according to the specs of your machine. Express start. Now we want to start by creating a company. I'll take you through the company setup, the do's and don't. And our simple company name, the industry, company type, and even the registration. So the company name, let me do the company name by creating this. That's my company name. Industry, if you're not sure, you could use the help me choose industry, where you have a number of industries. You should be able to realize that if you choose an industry, for example accounting and bookkeeping, what you see is the charts of account that is related to accounting and bookkeeping. You do advertising and or public relationships, your charts of account, that's what you'll have in the charts of account. The same you do church or religious services, is the same charts of account that you'll see. And if you're not sure of the company or the industry you're working for, it is recommended that you use the general product or general service. I go by general product base. Reasons, these will give you many options when it comes to account, flexibility, and even arranging. So I say okay. Company type, this one also goes by the ownership. For example, those companies that are managed by individual people, they are sole trader, the sole proprietorship. The company that has partnership, of course, two people sharing the liabilities or the profits of a company. You also have the company for limited, the non-profit making organizations, and also others. If you're not very sure, I'll go by limited company and you say okay. VAT scheme, VAT scheme, we have three options: standard scheme, flat rate scheme, and none. You can put standard scheme. Then VAT number. Of course, if your company is limited company and you operate in Kenya, you always have a PIN for the company. It usually starts with the P0 something. Yeah, if it was a sole proprietorship, you use your individual PIN. The partnership, the same. Partnership normally apply for their PIN separately, whereby the details of both directors are indicated in the PIN. And in this case, I don't want to, I can guess anything like this. Then I say continue. If it's giving you headache, you may as well skip it. Now the company address, I can do company address like city is Nairobi. County, you can just copy and paste, and postal code, and the company, because we choose down here, and Kenya is here. The phone code, email address is and we also have a website. Then you create the company. Usually take between 10 to 20 seconds depending on the speed of your computer. It's 50%, almost done. It's a little bit slow. Let's give it time. For those companies or people with computers that are a little bit slow, I will recommend you using QuickBooks 2010. You can still get much out of it. However, this is 2014, and that's how its dashboard look like. A little bit dragging, but boom, we are done. Now in the dashboard we have add people to do business with. That's your customers. Add products and services you sell. Obviously, list of your products and services. Add your bank account, then you can start working. If you started working without adding these, you still have options of where to add. For instance, I want to add one each of these. Then later on, I'll show you how to add more before we finally start working. So let's go. Add. QuickBooks 2014 give you options to import your clients from Google, from Outlook, from wherever. You can also paste from Excel. You have such options, but in this case I just want to cancel. In fact, you see, choose an option below to get started. You can save time by importing email or posting from Excel. If your import will ask which one you want and add them automatically. So this is one of the features that you don't get in QuickBooks 2010. Option of importing from Outlook. I'm not going to import anything today, and I want to cancel. The same case work with the products and services. Let's click and see. So you can also import non-stock. In the products and services, we always have services and we always have non-stock part, and we also have stock part. The difference is non-stock part, products you sell but you don't want to track how you may have such material for a job. And in our stock are those things that you buy from other suppliers. They have cost price and selling price. Again, I'm not going to use that option. Then you also have bank accounts, where you can add several bank. A company is entitled to unlimited bank accounts, and you can still choose options of what you want to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to use either of these options. Instead, I choose to key in my list of items, my customers, and even the suppliers. The manually. The traditional way means that way that work across all the QuickBooks software. So let's start working. When we start working, this is our dashboard, and in the dashboard I want to explain for you a few things in the dashboard to make you understand how QuickBooks work much faster. Let's first close this. We don't need this one also. This is called Quick Center. We will access everything you see here. Now this is the dashboard, and in the dashboard, take note, the different categories are arranged in some manner, and the manner you see, I'll give you a small clue. That manner you see, to some extent, represents accounting circle, what normally happen in accounting circle. For example, when we start with suppliers, we have suppliers, people who bring goods and items to our company. Actually, our company purchase our goods and services from them. And then we have customers. These are people who consume our goods and services. And then we have employees. These are company liabilities. It is people who work for people who are working for our company. I want to indicate something crucial before we move on, and that is employees. We are able to put in employees, but the reason why we don't use employees is because in QuickBooks we are not allowed to do payroll. We are not allowed simply because the Kenyan system is not yet incorporated inside the QuickBooks. However, there is a version of payroll system that QuickBooks normally offer to its users at a fee, usually monthly subscription, about $200 to $300, depending on the size of the company and the number of employees. That's a QuickBooks policy. I would like to indicate that if you can't buy for QuickBooks because that's extremely expensive, there is an option, ladies and gentlemen. I do have a payroll system that is Kenyan based and can track all your employees. This will give you pay slip, can attach your CSV files to iTax portal. That is when you are doing payroll, you will have pay slips for your employee. This can be emailed to their respective email addresses. You can also have NHIF in that required format, whereby you pull that report from that payroll system and upload it to the NHIF portal. The same case apply with NSSF. Same format, same portal, and use the usual procedures. In my payroll system, there is also that report you can get from employees, the P9 report that you can pull for each employees at the end of every financial year. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need it, kindly contact me or simply comment below. I'll put links below these videos. That form, should you need any of these, you need the software, you need the payroll system, you need the materials, that is the exercises, practice exercises, you can use that form to contact me. You order the materials at a fee.